The following is a feature presentation of our nation's sports show. There is one word to describe Week 5 in the National Football League. Unpredictable. Tonight on the Nation's Sports Show, we analyze all of the action from this past weekend. On Thursday Night Football, the Rams and the 49ers was decided in overtime. Baltimore, we have a problem. At 1-4, the Ravens are in a world of trouble. The Indianapolis Colts continue to be one of the hottest teams this season. Philadelphia suffers their first loss of the season. A thriller in Seattle between the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. A stunning upset in Buffalo by their AFC East rivals, the Patriots. And on Monday Night Football, Jacksonville shocks Kansas City. Also tonight, we bring to you our Week 6 prediction battles and so much more. It's showtime.
Good up to the court, talking all that is sport, breaking down the latest news, scores, and more. Welcome to our Nation Sports Show.
All right, here we are, folks. It is a Tuesday. You know what that means. We are here. We are live. It is our Nation Sports Show. What's going on, everyone? I'm Messer Vickery, of course, one of the hosts here on the show. We thank you guys for joining us as always. And man, we got an action-packed show for you tonight. We do. Well, of course, we're going to go over Week 5 of the NFL season, and then we're going to do our prediction battle later in the show, Week 6. Also, don't forget. Also, we're going to be covering a little bit of the MLB playoffs as the ALDS and NLDS are underway. Also, too, we're going to get into even maybe a little bit of some NHL action. The NHL officially kicks off today. Games have already begun, and hockey fans, we're back. And we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into some breaking UFC news concerning one of the greatest fighters, one of the greatest fighters to ever step foot in the octagon. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a few other things as well. So we got a loaded show for you guys, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. And the ways you can interact with us is, of course, at Owen_Sports Show on Facebook, or actually on this, on the, and everywhere else, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube are all at our Nation Sports Show. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share with your friends, family, your enemies, brothers, sisters, aunts, your sister's ass, whatever it is. Share with every single one of them. And I'm going to leave the rest of the plugs for the end of the show because, man, like I said, we got a lot to get into. And, of course, with us from a undisclosed remote location, could be parts unknown, could be Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It could be the bottomless pit where the boogeyman resides. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle of hell, aka his job, is the man himself, Mr. JT. I'm cleaning tables, Joey Thornton. Okay.
He
Joey,
is mesmerized.
I think Joey might be busy doing his job, which is, of course, what you're supposed to do.
Oh,
So,
sorry about that.
I
No,
didn't
you're
realize I
fine,
was on
man.
mute.
Yeah, you were on mute, brother. I did the
Yeah,
intro. What's up?
I did not realize I was on mute. Sorry about that. But what's
Hmm?
going on, everybody? As far as cleaning tables, no, I am not a busboy at a restaurant. I am a audio visual technician, so I'm cleaning off equipment from a tech table. So, and as far as my location, let's just say I'm somewhere in between Jerry Jones's checkbook and Aaron Rodgers' darkness retreat. How about that?
Yeah,
Uh,
Kyler,
but what's,
Kyler Murray's local GameStop.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like Ezra said, we're here to talk about football, sports in general. So without further ado, let's get to it, baby.
Yes, let's definitely get into it. Quick reminder for the wrestling fans out there, starting 7 o'clock tonight in my time zone, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. NXT TNA Showdown will be on. So if you're gonna watch it, double screen like I know I will, and like a lot of people will. So definitely check that out tonight, 8/7 Central on CW Network. And of course, if you have a certain thing like some of us do, I'm not gonna mention on air because I don't want to give away our kind of a little secret. You can watch it on Netflix if you're an international subscriber as well. So definitely check that out. But with me else is my heavy metal brother from the greatest place on the planet, the home of the nature boy, North Kakalaki, but also a man who makes time stand still, but hates standing in the limelight. Even though he'd rather be writing today's events like Tom Sawyer instead of doing this show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who doesn't rush things when it comes to his opinions, Big Stevie Wyand.
And sometimes my opinions do last more than 2112.
Well, also too, you have a free will to be able to say what you want.
That's right, inside of this camera light. But anyways, what is going on, everybody? Yes, we are here. Yes, we are alive, and yes, we're just a bunch of working men all the time. And that seems to be how we live our lives. But we love doing what we do, coming on here and talking sports. And what a wild week 5 it was in the NFL. Unpredictable as all hell. There were some close games. There were some ass whippings. And then there were some games that were closer than we were anticipating. But we're going to get to all of that and then some tonight. So with that being said, let's do this.
So Steven, real quick, would you say your opinions last longer than 3 minutes?
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Did you just say 3 minutes?
Video cannot be played due to copyright infringement.
Yep.
So yeah, uh, we got a lot. We got so much to get into, and dude, I don't even know where to start. I mean, let's go ahead and start off with
Let's start with the MLB.
I was gonna say, yeah, let's go ahead and do Major League Baseball first. And man, it's been a wild baseball season. I mean, the wild card wrapped up. I mean, Cubs were able to get a big win against the San Diego Padres to send them packing, but unfortunately, they're struggling against the Brewers right now, down 2 games to 0, with some big time wins from the Brewers, losing 7-3 game two, losing 9-3 game one, including 9 runs in the second inning in the first game. But then again, being a Chicago sports fan, I know that the Brewers have vexed the Cubs for many years. They got an amazing bullpen, great, great roster of hitters. It's an incredible team that the Brewers have. I mean, the Cubs are really putting it together. They showed it in those games against San Diego, especially get some hard hitters like Bogarts and Manny Machado. But um,
And let's not
this is
forget Fernando Tatis.
Yep, for Met Baptiste. But man, this is gonna be a rough battle if the Cubs are gonna make it back because they have to win the next 3 in a row. When it gets a team like the Brewers, it's not gonna be easy. And then also two in the ALDS, we have the Detroit Tigers are currently in a rain delay right now, are currently in a rain delay right now. Tigers and I believe Seattle Mariners, correct?
Yeah, that would be correct because the other series is the Yankees and the Blue Jays.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was just reading, I just typed it up and it just gave me a thing that says they are currently in a rain delay. Right now there is it was in the middle of the first. No score as of this point in time. That's in it. I mean, that's of course in the ALDS as well. Well, the ALDS is Seattle and Detroit, and then the other game is Toronto and in the Yankees. The Toronto right now currently leads the series 2-0.
And if you're the Yankees, like, you got to take game 3 because, I mean, Aaron Boone honestly needs to be fired from his job. He has been awful in the last big time, postseason games for the Yankees managing. And I mean, there's times where his high end talent has bailed him out. And then there's a lot of times his managing skills, he overthinks the game of baseball and he makes critical errors, literally and figuratively, that will cost his team the game. And I still can't stop thinking about that game 1 last year in the World Series when it was the Yankees and the Dodgers. And Cole was pitching a great game, had 88 pitches thrown in that game. He clearly wasn't tired. I would have kept him in the game. Then he put a guy in who hadn't pitched in over 18 games, or something like that, and he comes in there and he gives up multiple runs, and the Dodgers ended up winning the game. And in this series against Toronto, his managing has been once again god awful. I mean, you can have all the greatest talent in the world on a team and still squander a series. I mean, they still got, heavy hitters on that team. Obviously, Aaron Judge and Carlos Stanton, and they have heavy
Juan
hitters.
Soto.
Yeah. Well, Juan Soto's he was on the Mets this year. But
That's right.
But speaking of that, also real quick sidetrack to the Mets. I mean, they gave Juan Soto what, $700+ million, and they brought him over, and the Mets didn't do nothing. And the Yankees right now are 1 loss away from being out of this bad boy. And if they lose in game 3, Aaron Boone needs to be fired immediately.
A baseball player that took a massive amount of money and then stunk up the joint for a couple years. I wonder who that was. Oh, I know the guy, Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, the guy who can't even. He's a designated hitter, but yeah, he's the designated hitter, but he ain't doing shit.
$325 million contract for what 10 years?
Yeah, and
the guy is not even worth half that. And look, I'm a baseball fan. I don't watch the Yankees. I don't watch every team imaginable, but I know Giancarlo Stanton. I know his history, and I know that he's not even worth half the money they paid for. I think that's gonna be a similar situation with what was his name again? I'm sorry, my mind's blanking.
Juan Soto.
I think it's gonna be a very similar situation where he's gonna not play well and he's gonna end up being not worth the money that he's worth paying him, $700.
The Mets spent so much money on one guy, and I'm sorry, but you're paying Juan Soto like he's freaking.
That's the problem. Is baseball does not have a salary cap. Technically, they don't. They paid this man $250 million to be on their team.
Let's see. Here's another question though. Not just in baseball, but in sports in general. How many times have we seen an athlete go to the higher ups and say, "Oh, I am one of the best players on this team. You guys need to give me a massive pay raise, yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that." And then they finally get it after months and months and months of going back and forth. And then once they finally sign that contract, how many of them go out and play like it? Not a very high percentage.
Yeah, and that happens in every sport. These baseball players getting 275, 290, $300 million, and next thing you know, they freaking don't do much, and either that or they get injured and you sit out for a year.
Like, for instance, like the one guy that comes to my mind is Ohtani, because Ohtani last year for the Dodgers, yeah, they paid him couple years ago a big fat penny, 70 plus million a year, essentially. And what did he do last year? He led his Dodgers team to the World Series. He actually won a championship.
And he didn't even have to pitch either.
Nope.
Nope, he could just stay a hitter.
But if Shohei Ohtani can pitch and hit at the same time, deadly. Deadly, deadly, deadly.
Yeah, and that's the thing is about this, when it comes to this team, when it comes to any of these teams, I mean, and then we go back to the NLDS, like I said, Chicago, Milwaukee, that was yesterday's game. That was a complete blowout again. We were up 3-0 and we ended up losing. We ended up giving up 7 earned runs to lose the game. And then you had the Dodgers. You mentioned Ohtani. The Dodgers are up 2-0 on the Phillies right now, 4-3. They won 4-3 yesterday. Tomorrow we have pretty much all four games tomorrow. We have Seattle, Detroit early, Milwaukee, Chicago early evening as well. And then you have the other 2 games late evening, one at 7:08, one at 9:08 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be some determining games that are going to happen. Of course, these games are 5-game series, so for all these teams is a do or die situation. But also too, let's see here. Seeing if there's any big news coming out of that. Some news for the Seattle Mariners is that Josh Naylor is back in the lineup for Game 3. For tonight's Game 3 with the Mariners and the Tigers. So that's good news for Mariners fans out there. And I think that's pretty much it. All I got in the world of the major leagues. Anything you guys got real quick before we move on?
I'm good.
Okay. Let's go ahead and
Hang on real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure if you guys may have seen anything as of late regarding the past few big announcements over the past couple of weeks. But number one, since we were talking about the Dodgers just a little bit ago, longtime starting pitcher Clayton Kershaw is hanging up his cleats after this
Yes,
season.
he is. I did read that a couple of days ago. Yep.
Yes. After that, after the offseason is over, he will hang it up and be retired, So, yes, we did see that bit of news. Yep.
Yeah, and number two, this is kind of a happy time for me, but it's also a sad time, depending on how well we want to look at it. But Atlanta Braves wise, it is announced that Brian Snitker is not going to be returning as manager next season. That news just broke a few days ago. But he is going to remain with the team in like a senior advisory role.
Okay. Definitely wishing Brian Sticker the best as well on his retirement and eventual transition to the office. So thank you for those notes, Joey, on that. I did not see that. So there is some other news I want to get into, and that is in the world of the Ultimate Fighting Championships. And it was announced earlier today that retroactive as of March 2000 or as of 2024, Conor McGregor has been suspended for violating the whereabouts part of the UFC's anti-doping agency. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, is that Conor McGregor missed 3 sample test appointments that he was supposed to make to get himself back into the testing pool as soon as possible for any banned substances. Well, he missed those 3 appointments. With that said, he is now officially banned from fighting, testing, or anything until March 21st of 2026.
Wow.
But, like I said, this retroacts back to 2024. This is an 18-month suspension. So, most of his suspension would be considered, quote-unquote, served. So, he'll be back in around, today's October, he would be back at around 5.5 months. And also, it puts him back in time because he wants to be on the card for the UFC's visit to the White House. And he wants it really bad. And that'll put him back in time for that As long as he's able to get tested, cleared, and get a good fight camp, he should be able to go if Dana White wants to put him in. So, but yeah, just a news note that got told today by Dana and the UFC. So, wanted to bring that up real quick. What's up?
Well, speaking of that, I saw something the other day saying that Conor McGregor himself posted on, I'm pretty sure it was Facebook, said it was signed, sealed, and delivered that he is going to be facing Michael Chandler at the White House in June of 2026.
Um, I have no clue on that. He says he says a lot of things. Connor does, as many of you know, he's always drinking his own whiskey and all that stuff too.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how true that is, but given
I
this news, I mean, who knows if we're going to see it happen now?
Yeah, because he wants $100 million payday. Conor McGregor wants $100 million payday if he's going to fight at that White House event. He already said that. We had this discussion on our Nation's Corner Zoom room the other night. Actually, about a week and a half ago, about how Dana likes to not pay his fighters, and to me, $100 million in the UFC world is astronomical, and I don't think any fighter deserves $100 million. And I understand they should get big paydays like boxers, but I don't want to go into that whole discussion about pay because that could take a whole show.
These guys do not, and remember this too, guys. These guys and gals, they do not fight on a regular basis.
2 to 3 times a year.
So you're asking Conor McGregor, you're asking to be paid $100 million. Dude,
That's the gate for like 2 or 3 UFC fight. 2 or
I'm
3
sorry,
UFC events.
but Conor McGregor now versus McGregor 10 years ago, he ain't worth the money.
Nope, not even close. He's not worth it. He's an older man. He's got other business adventures. He's too distracted by other stuff. He always gets himself in trouble. For me, I would not pay him that much. And if Dana does, he's an idiot. I mean, he's already an idiot in ways, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, I don't see it. And that's pretty much all I have. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was a UFC fight the other night, and we do have if I can pull up the photos at least, we do have a new UFC light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira was able to
Oh yeah, he's the one that won that TKO in like what 20 seconds into the second round.
first.
First, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, it was Alex Pereira versus Muhammad Ankalaev. And Ankalaev was the champion heading in, but Pereira was able to knock him out TKO 20 seconds in the first. And we have ourselves a brand new UFC light heavyweight champ. And also the world bantamweight title was on the line. And Murav Diavashvili, yeah, he retained his belt. He retained his UFC championship over Corey Sandhagen, which was a good fight. Let's see what else real quick. Trying to scroll through here. And that's pretty much it on the main fight. So let's go ahead and move on to our favorite subject. Well, actually, no, let's move on to the NHL real quick, because of course today is the start of the NHL regular season. Me being a hockey fan, I am excited. Panthers raised their championship banner tonight. It is now up in the ceiling forever. Games right now. Tie game between Chicago and Florida right now, actually. Chicago was just on the power play, wasn't able to do much with it. but it's tied 2-2 with 12:34 left in the third period. And then the other games tonight include the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche taking on the LA Kings. Those are your 3 games for opening night tonight. Check your local listings for more information on where
Also,
you
Florida being the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions.
Yes, sir. And they're taking on the former 5 or 6-time Stanley Cup champs, the Chicago Blackhawks. So it's going to be an interesting battle. And with not much left in the period, we'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and move on to the NFL. And what a wild week it was. But of course, we want to get you caught up on some news from the past weekend. We go to the Twitter account of one Mr. Adam Schefter. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. If you get, and this comes from Adam Schefter's Twitter, right here. The Cardinals are fining head coach Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for his sideline altercation with running back Imari Demercado, who dropped the ball before crossing the goal line on Sunday. What would have been a 72-yard touchdown run. There will be no further discipline for Gannon at this time.
Oh my Lord.
I have mastered an Adam Schefter impression. I love this show. As Gar from Invaders In would say, I love this show.
Hey, speaking of the Arizona Cardinals, they should be fined for acting like a bunch of idiots in that game. Oh my God.
It should be fined for being a professional football team. What are you talking about?
How in God's name do you have an interception and then the guy who picked it off, he backs up and he goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna whoo," and then he's in the end zone. Oh, fumble! And then the ball rolls into the end zone, and who picks it up? Tyler Lockett for Tennessee, touchdown. What the fuck?
Dude, Jonathan Gannon is the first NFL head coach to be fined in an altercation with a player since the NFL fined former Bucks head coach Bruce Arians for $50,000 for swiping his hand at safety Andrew Adams' helmet during a January 22 wildcard game against the Eagles.
Oh my God.
We had ourselves a little trade. And that's
yes, we did.
Well, hold on. The Ravens and the Chargers first. This one broke shortly before we went on air, and that is that the Ravens traded their edge rusher, Odafe Owe, to the Chargers in exchange for safety Alohi Gilman. The Colts have signed free agent kicker Michael Badgley because of the unfortunate season-ending injury to Spencer Strader for the Colts.
Well, Young Wei Koo is still on the market.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Real quick before you go on regarding Stephen, that message you just sent, Kevin is not going to be able to make it tonight, but he did send me his scores, so I'm putting them in right now.
Perfect.
All right. Yeah, I just saw the message come through. So, all right. Let's see. Raiders have signed punter Brad Robbins to their practice squad. Let's see here. Oh, this one's going to be fun. The NFL fining Jerry Jones $250,000 for flipping off fans at MetLife Stadium the other day when the Jets and the Cowboys played.
Poor shame, Mr. Jerry Jones having to open his checkbook. Poor shame. Not.
As the bad rat would say, shame, shame, shame.
Yep.
I was hoping there would be some sort of follow up.
You should have known better than to cheat on me.
Cold hearted bitch running out on me. She broke the law in the first degree.
Yep.
First of all, when is Steven a lawyer? But Bengals have released quarterback Ryan Ripien after because, and it's a big because the Cincinnati Bengals have a new quarterback. His name is Joe Flacco.
Wait a minute. Question. Why did they not get rid of Jake Browning?
Because why? Because fuck him. That's why.
I mean, this guy has thrown 8 interceptions.
uh,
You mean to tell me you're going to keep him on the roster and bring this old fucker to your locker room?
Hey, hey,
Bro,
hey. I will say though, real quick, in the defense of Jake Browning, he does not have the most interceptions in the league. That honor belongs to Geno Smith.
yes, Geno Smith is you know what? Geno Smith is the 2025 version of Jameis Winston.
Yes.
he is a walking flaming trash can.
Joe Flacco is Joe Flacco has reached his midlife crisis, and this guy does not need to be starting. But watch, they're gonna be so desperate, they're gonna have him start.
And he got traded for a draft. He got traded for a draft pick. So you know what that means? Shador Sanders moves to the quarterback 2 spot.
Well, actually, I heard that Shadur Sanders is actually going to remain in the third spot. He's going to be behind. Of course, he's going to be behind Gabriel, and or you know what? Maybe he is going to be the backup now.
He is gonna be the
Hmm.
backup now.
Yeah, because the only quarterback
Ah,
that they have is fucking sitting on the sidelines for 3 months.
true.
Oh, and free agent safety from the Texans originally, C.J. Gardner Johnson has signed with the Ravens practice squad.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what. The Ravens pretty much need all the help they can get.
Also, too, Gardner Johnson will get his fully guaranteed 2025 salary with the Texans. So there's little financial impact for the Ravens. So there's not much that's going to go against their salary cap at all. Let's see who else. Yeah, right here. It says right here. After trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals, Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders are the 2 quarterbacks remaining on the Browns roster. Bailey Zappi is on Cleveland's practice squad.
They might as well just elevate him to the roster because, like, God forbid, what if Gabriel gets hurt? Like, you got to have more than one quarterback. I'm sorry.
Oh, and because of what happened, the Bengals also released Mike White from the practice squad.
Hmm.
Remember that walking piece of shit? Good
Yep.
lord. Lions quarterback Terrion Arnold was looking possibly at a possible season-ending surgery on his shoulder. Well, after a second opinion, doctors have said no, that it's not as bad as they at the first opinion feared. So everything looks good, and he should be back in a couple of weeks. Good news for the Lions there, because I know they lost 1 or 2 people to injuries in that late afternoon Sunday game, which they absolutely blasted and dominated, and we'll get into that here in a few minutes. Let's see here. What else is big enough to be pushed forward in our here? Because I don't want to put anything that's not significant. Oh, Chargers Jim Harbaugh placed running back Amarion Hampton on injured reserve due to an ankle injury, sidelining him, of course, for 4 weeks. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, that's right. Patriots running back Antonio Gibson suffered a season-ending torn ACL.
Man, that was awful.
Ooh.
He got turned inside out in that Patriots Bills game.
Yep.
Felt bad for the guy.
Yeah, definitely want to send our best to him. And speaking of, I mentioned Spencer Strader earlier. He suffered that season-ending knee injury. Of course, he's the Colts' starting kicker. So, and another injury or another thing is that Raiders Pete Carroll announced that linebacker Jermaine Pratt has been released.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Lots of problems in Vegas.
And asked what led to the decision. He said the team decided to go in a different direction. Other words, we're fucked.
Yep.
You know, Pete Carroll is usually that upbeat kind of guy. He's sweating it now. His mood has definitely changed, but we'll see. And of course, we got to talk about probably the biggest news, the shocking news that happened this week. And that was that it was originally reported that former Jets Bears quarterback Mark Sanchez was stabbed in Indianapolis as he was prepared this past weekend to do his job as a commentator for the Raiders Colts game. However, after further investigation by the local police departments in Indianapolis, it was revealed that it was a confrontation involving Mark Sanchez and another person, where he basically had told the guy that, you're not supposed to park your car there, and he tried to get in to move it, and when he did, Mark Sanchez and him got into a scuffle, and a knife was pulled. Mark Sanchez got stabbed, while the other guy got cut. Both were sent to the hospital. Mark Sanchez was released from the hospital after 2 days, but on late Saturday, it was announced that he had been arrested on several different counts, including a special type of battery count, public intox, and unlawfully entering a vehicle. As of right now, he could spend up to 1 to 6 years in prison if convicted.
Wow.
So,
Dang.
more than likely, it was probably alcohol influenced. As many of you know, a lot of the bars are open. In Indianapolis, he's probably out having a few drinks, probably, unless it was just something that happened. Who knows?
Especially since it was like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and a lot of the bars were open probably till 2 or 3, I imagine. So.
And that is why 90% of the time I am not out at 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning out at bars, because that is when shit can go south.
By 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting in the White Castle drive-thru getting me a fucking crate case to take home because either A, I'm hungry, or B, I'm wasted, or C, both. Usually it's both, but I digress. But yeah, man, that was crazy to hear that during those early games, especially. I think the story was officially broke during the early morning game between the Vikings and whoever they played, and we'll talk about that in a few. Also big news, and we're going to talk about this. Actually, we'll talk about it when we get to the games. Also injuries. Kyler Murray injured his foot in the game. He came back. We know that. He sucked, but we'll get into more on that in a second. I'm trying to scroll through other injuries. Oh yes. Right here, this one. Last week we saw, not this last week, but the previous one, we saw the unfortunate injury to Malik Neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Well, the good news,
torn ACL.
He torn ACL, and he's also got a partially torn labrum and turf toe. So he's dealing with a nice litany of injuries there. Ryan Kelly of the Vikings was put on injured reserve after he suffered his second concussion of the season last week.
Mm.
So he is going to be out for a minimum of 4 weeks.
Speaking of Minnesota, Carson Wentz, while we're on that, he had a shoulder injury in that game against Cleveland in the first half, and he had to wear
A sleeve,
a sleeve. Yeah.
compression sleeve to kind of help alleviate some of the pain and get that blood flow back into that arm.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about his performance and all that in just a few minutes once I wrap up here with this new stuff. Definitely want to send out an awesome, I'm gonna clap a little to Pat McAfee. College Game Day Live, they usually do a kickoff for, whatever, $1 million or whatever it is, $500,000.
Yeah.
This lady who was a computer technician or something like that, she couldn't kick to save her life. She couldn't make a kick at all. Well, Pat took $300,000 out of his own money and told her, "You won," and gave her 300 grand.
Good for him.
Well, actually, it still was a challenge, but Kirk Herbstreit had to throw the ball through the uprights, and if he did, then she would have gotten $300,000, which of course Herbstreit was able to do that.
Of course, Herbstreit's the man. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Jets running back Braylon Allen is expected to miss 8 to 12 weeks.
Wow.
More issues for the Jets. Not a shock.
Same old Jets.
Yep. Former second-round pick Drake Jackson has been cleared from his knee injury, and he's set up to meet with the Commanders, Ravens, and Jets this week. Of course, he's a former San Francisco 49er. So definitely. And then, of course, let's see. This quick note, not from the game, because we're going to get into it in a second, or it is from the game, but you know what? We'll start off with it. Why not? And now it's time to talk about the games from this week. And the first one is, of course, the Thursday night game between the 49ers and the LA Rams.
This game was great.
That game was great. Even with all the injuries the 49ers had, they went out and played their hearts out.
Mac Jones especially, got to give him a lot of credit for his toughness. Suffered an injury himself, came back out, then went back in there and kicked ass. He did a really good job with his toughness. And also, Kendrick Bourne caught 10 passes for 142 yards, which also was an early birthday gift for his mom because his mom's birthday was on Friday. So he had one of his best games while she was there. Let's get to the schedule here real quick because I'm going straight over there now.
Matthew Stafford had a great game, 390 yards passing.
Oh, yeah. Stafford's been playing some great ball. I will say that much.
Puka Nacua once again shined. He was,
dude,
as always, fantastic.
He's gonna be one of the offensive players of the year. That is, he is a beast, and I don't see anybody else topping what he's done this year so far. It's gonna be a close contest for sure.
The rate he's going, Puka Nacua is probably going to win the NFL receptions leader too.
Yeah. All right. In the Sunday games this week, we had, of course, Minnesota and Cleveland, and another early game from London this time. 21-17, Minnesota was able to take over.
I will say, regarding this game, even though he did come out with a loss, you can't deny the fact that Dylan Gabriel actually looked pretty sharp in his first NFL start.
Definitely looked more mobile and stable than Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Flacco's an old man. I mean, come on, you got to give him a break on that. Speaking of breaks, Baltimore, with all of its injuries, got the brakes beat off of them by the Houston Texans 44-10.
Not even close.
This was an
I'm
ass whooping
telling,
beyond an ass whooping.
yeah, I'm telling you one thing. If I'm the Ravens and if I know for a fact that Lamar Jackson is not coming back next week, I will go and start pressing that panic button right about now.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry didn't have a Derrick Henry game. I mean, this Ravens team, clearly, Lamar Jackson is the end all be all MVP. He is the guy that keeps that engine going. And if he's not there, that Ravens team is a shell of themselves.
And
Oh,
dude, look at and you can tell by the numbers that freaking CJ Stroud had, a man for the first couple of games who struggled to even get a touchdown. I mean, Stroud was 23 of 27, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns, only sacked twice, quarterback rating of 143.9. And then you have Cooper Rush, who was 14 20, 179, 3 interceptions, no touchdowns.
That sounds like some Jake Browning numbers right there. Seriously.
And Derrick Henry only had
yeah.
30, Derrick Henry only had 33 yards on 15 carries. That's only a little over 2 yards a carry.
Feed him the ball.
The passing game wasn't working. I don't know why they went there. Now to a game that shocked us all and made us think we're living in an alternate universe. And that is Carolina beating Miami 27-24.
What is
Coming
not
back from a
shocking,
17-0 deficit, too.
what is not shocking is how complete ass the Dolphins defense is. Their
Yeah, I
defense
can
couldn't
agree to
stop a
that.
cold if their life was on the line. Just they can't cover anybody. They are another team that has humanized trash cans.
Mainly their coach.
Yeah. Fuck him too. He's an idiot.
He looks like he always dresses like he should be coaching Little League, not the NFL. Carolina with 2 wins.
Ooh, 2 wins. 2 wins.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not going to count them out. Because no matter how ass Bryce Young is in the very beginning, somehow or another, that motherfucker always pulls it out.
What did he do? Did he go Control Alt Delete and just reset himself again? Like, my God, this guy is so
The
inconsistent.
dude fumbled the ball standing up. And it got taken back for a touchdown. And then the man all of a sudden is fucking throwing bombs and looking like the second coming of Cam Newton. For real. I mean,
Cam Newton's MVP year 10 years ago.
Yeah, this is what basically it is. It's insane. I'm like, how is this guy doing this? But I mean, you got to give credit to his offensive line. I mean, when they give him time to throw, they give him time to throw. Yes, Miami's bad. Of course, they lost Tyreek Hill for the season and possibly forever at this point. But, because of what Tyreek Hill may do in the offseason. But in my opinion, I'm not going to count them out of any game. I'm still going to vote against them if they're up against a more powerful team. But in my mind, I'm going to think, what if? What if whatever team has a bad day? What if a team just has a bad day? What if Green Bay has a bad day? What if whoever faces them, it doesn't matter, has a bad day? What if a quarterback gets injured during the game? They could take advantage of it.
Because Carolina last year, real quick, they got hot in the middle of that year.
They did. And we give Bryce Young a lot of shit for not being the best quarterback, but the man, when he turns it on, he turns it on. He's able to make big plays.
And last year, he single-handedly took out the Falcons out of the playoffs of them making it.
And the Falcons fucking are beasts of a team, especially now with Michael Penix Jr. at the helm. And with Bijan Robinson. I mean, come on. Are you fucking kidding me?
And Robinson is hands down probably going to end up being the leading rusher of the NFL this year. The rate he's been going the last several games. I mean, averaging over 100 yards the last couple of games. I mean, he is a beast of a running back.
And the Falcons got this week off, so any injuries they need to heal up, they can get healed up, hopefully, and get people back. Same thing with the Bears, Packers, and the Steelers. Bears
Yep.
definitely need it on their defensive side. They definitely need to heal up some of the injuries on that side of the ball. And I know the Packers had a couple of injuries, both on offense and defense, that they need to hopefully get some little bit more closer to getting those people back. But moving on here, Colts would just absolutely destroying the Raiders, but of course at a cost, losing their starting kicker Spencer Schrader for the season.
And they had to go for 2-point conversions the entire time after he got injured.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Indianapolis, for all of us on this show, this is our biggest shocking team of the year. They are super hot. They have been so competitive with all the games they've won and the one game they've lost to the Rams. They have been super competitive. Daniel Jones is having a renaissance of a year. This guy is having a new lease on life. I mean, he looks like a different quarterback. I mean, this Colts team has a very solid offensive line. And of course, when you got Jonathan Taylor back there in the back to hand the ball off to, 3 TDs in that game. I mean, he eating. He doing the thing. And I got to give Daniel Jones a lot of credit. I know we gave him shit heading into this year because we all thought on paper the Colts were going to be nothing. Well, they proved us wrong because right now at 4-1, Indianapolis, if they keep this up, they are going to be a team you do not want to play as the season progresses or if they make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I will say, and of course, we're going to get more into this whenever we get to their game. But despite the Colts being 4-1, they're in a tie for first in their own division.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. And we're going to get into that game soon. But the next game coming up is the New Orleans Saints shocking everybody, taking out the New York Football Giants. 2 straight touchdowns for the rookie Jackson Darton. That's seemingly all he could do. The team it's like they left the building and let the Saints come back.
And not just that, but there was a time where Darton and the Giants were about to take the lead again, and they turned the ball over.
I believe it was 3 straight turnovers on 3 plays.
Yep.
3 straight turnovers on 3 straight drives. That's not good.
And that was it.
And then, of course, we had the Cowboys beating up on the Jets, 37-22. That was an easy game for the Cowboys because obviously the Jets, Geno Smith, of course, still having relative issues, and they just got back in that game too. Sauce Gardner. So
Justin Fields is having a world of trouble with this team. I mean, he looked great in that first game against the Steelers, but ever since then, he has come crashing back down to earth and reality.
Yep, and now the Jets are the only team currently in the NFL to have a 0 in either their win or loss column.
And they are also the first team in NFL history through the first 5 games to have 0 takeaways.
Yeah, this team is bad.
Very bad.
Yep. And then you have here probably one of the biggest shockers of the week in terms of it. The Denver Broncos edging out the Eagles.
And the fact that Sean Payton had the testicular fortitude, as Mick Foley would say, to go not for the tie, go for the go-ahead 2-point conversion, and they got it.
Oh, and not to mention that the Eagles were leading in that game 17-3 going into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of credit to Sean Payton for his guts and determination. Of course, we know how good he is, former Super Bowl champ. coach, and then we got to give credit to Bo Nix though. Bo Nix had a pretty good
Played
game.
his ass off.
Yeah, he's definitely looking like the person that they definitely got. And he's going to be the leader of that organization for years to come if he has the right pieces and can play consistently.
Tell you who ain't looking like himself, and that's Saquon Barkley. I mean, are you kidding me, Philadelphia? What in God's name are you doing?
Not a single run in the fourth quarter.
Hand that guy the ball.
One carry, 0 yards in the fourth quarter.
Just terrible. Terrible. I mean, it's almost like, Jalen Hurts was forcing the passing game, because we know how vocal A.J. Brown has been in the locker room with Philadelphia saying, give me the ball, give me the ball. Well, they're trying to give you the ball and the passes are not being completed. And it almost feels like, also with Jalen Hurts, it's almost like he's holding on to the ball too long. I mean, you got Saquon Barkley, the guy who had over 2,000 yards of scrimmage yards last year. Give that guy the ball. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, it could be a combination of things, and that the teams are figuring them out, or is it the dreaded Madden curse once again? This Philly team, I would want to play them. They ain't world beaters. So what? They're 4-1. Who cares? They're 4-1. The NFC is wide open.
Yep, and Saquon Barkley, last year, after the first 5 games, he had well over 600 yards rushing. This year, he only has 267 yards rushing.
Garbage.
In 5 games.
Garbage.
I'm telling you, teams are starting to figure out Saquon.
And the fact that he's healthy. God bless the man. Yeah. He's healthy. But the facts are the facts. He has put up some god-awful numbers in the first 5 weeks. He hasn't even had a Saquon Barkley game.
Yeah, and something else about Saquon that I happened to look at the other day. Prior to last year, Saquon Barkley only signed a 2-year deal with with the Eagles, which means this year that we're in right now is his contract year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So he needs to get his act together if he wants to be in line for a supersized contract come next offseason.
I mean, and knowing Philly fans, if Saquon doesn't pick up the scraps and do better, they're gonna boot his ass out the door.
Yep.
You want us to ring? Doesn't matter. Get the fuck out of here. You suck this year. What have you done for me lately? That's the Eagles for you. That's the Eagles fans for you.
Yep, very fickle Eagles fans.
Yep.
Let me see something real quick. Come on, pull it up.
Dynamite and NXT are about to kick off in less than 2 minutes.
Actually, in 45 seconds.
Yep.
I just pulled up NXT on my phone through my secret thing. Look, I know it's legal, but I don't want everybody knowing. Continuing on, we got a lot of games to get through, guys. And Arizona, of course. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the schedule for next week. My bad.
Yeah, speaking of Arizona.
Hold on. We got to go down the list here. Oh, yeah, that's next game. Well, dumb, stupid. Yeah, Arizona losing 22-21. As the game is called, the comedy errors. It was like an episode of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Literally.
I'm surprised this game didn't air on Comedy Central.
I'm surprised that this was not called NFL Follies Volume 25 or whatever you want to call it. I mean,
can we take Bob Saget out of his grave to host it?
Oh, right. Lord.
I'll take him over Todd Bergeron or Alfonso Ribeiro any day.
Oh, same here.
Here. if you're the Cardinals, you're about to score a 72, 73-yard touchdown, and you're just gonna nonchalant, get cocky, just flip the ball. No, you you got to complete the motion. Scored the
I'm
touchdown,
sorry.
and then do your flippy shit. I don't care what you do afterwards. You got to
I'm
complete.
sorry. If I was Jonathan Gannett and I saw that happen at the very last moment, I would have looked at Democado right in the face and say, "Hey, you see that thing over there? That's called a bench. Sit your ass down on it. You ain't playing no more today."
Yep. And then if you're on the defense, and Kevin said it in our chat on Sunday, we have never seen an interception by the defender coming back and coming just goes back, pedaling back toward the goal line, and he's like, "Woo! I'm just gonna go over here, got the pick, yay!" And probably about to take a knee, and then nope, fumble. Then Tyler Lockett recovers the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. You cannot make this up at all.
Nope.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, don't fear. The other day there was a report of a dumpster on fire back behind a GameStop in Arizona, but the report was false. It was just Kyler Murray woeing about the game that he lost. So false news for anybody out there who believes that. I'm mainly talking about what I just said. Then Tampa Bay and Seattle win a close one,
That
38.
was
that
a
was
hell of
that
a
was
game.
the game of the week right there, buddy.
That was
That
a
was
great
the
game.
game of the week. Woo! That was
Fantastic
great.
game.
And then you had Detroit absolutely just wrecking Cincinnati through 4 quarters. I mean, they could not stop Jared Goff in that offense. They couldn't stop Sam Laporta. They couldn't stop Jameer Gibbs. They couldn't stop David Montgomery. They couldn't stop Amon-Ra St. Brown. And speaking of stopping people and running backs, want to send our congratulations out to Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery because they have officially tied the NFL record for most touchdowns by a running back duo. And they tied that record alongside two great men themselves, Daryl Johnston and Emmett Smith.
Nice.
And Daryl Johnston was on the call for that game.
Very cool, very fitting. And
And
also
on an emotional note,
yep.
too, of course, that being the hometown of David Montgomery,
Yep.
his sister Kiki, who unfortunately was involved in an auto accident and was paralyzed from the neck down, had never seen her brother play before, live and in person. Well, on Sunday afternoon, she got to go to the jungle and go watch her brother ball out.
In his hometown.
In his hometown.
Wow.
Not only that, bringing back his old quarterback skills and throwing a touchdown reception.
Yes.
The man was the quarterback in high school and in college.
Yeah,
So-
and I also will say after that game, Jamar Chase might want to start pulling a Travis Hunter and start playing two different positions because Jamar Chase also made 3 tackles in that game, but that's because Jake Browning did those 3 interceptions. So yeah, his 3
Yep.
tackles came on those 3 interceptions.
Oh, we're starting out with the Hardys.
Hardy's a dark state, winner takes all.
Ooh.
Also, too, your Commanders able to come back with Jaden Daniels back at the helm.
This is a game that I was so happy to get wrong because my lord, I thought that after we went down 10-0, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a long game. But then I kept seeing us keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting, and then 27 unanswered points later, we walk out of SoFi with a dub. So I'm like, yes, sir, buddy. Let's go.
And there's the Dudleys. Dudleys is sitting in the front row watching. Dude, that was a great game though, man. For Jaden Daniels looked good. I know he was wearing a brace underneath his gear. You could see the outlines. Obviously, he's probably not 100% on the nose, but I think he will be by this weekend coming up.
Oh yeah, but how about your Corey Krosky Merritt, or as everybody likes to call him, Bill?
Yep,
Monster game on Sunday. Monster
Mhm.
game.
exactly. Your boys look good, man, especially against a tough team like the Chargers with Justin Herbert at the helm and all that. That was a tough game. But here's a game that was close, and that was, of course, the Sunday night game, which
Ooh,
was the
This was
Patriots
a
Bills.
stunner.
It was a
this was an absolute stunner.
dog fight to the very end. And give a lot of credit to New England, to Drake May, to the
And
defense, man.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, man, he had a great game in front of that New England crowd, and um, Josh Allen gave it his all. But man, and then we move on finally to Monday, and you want to talk about a stunner? The Jacksonville Jaguars take down the Chiefs with a last-second touchdown from one Trevor Lawrence.
A
Trevor Happy
game.
Feet Lawrence.
Yes, Trevor Happy Feet Lawrence in a game that had everything, including a 99 pick six on Patrick Mahomes. A 99-yard pick six by the Jaguars defense. This
Yep,
game
Devin Lloyd.
was batshit crazy.
I couldn't believe that. Like, I was like, what? And I was sure Mahomes and company were going to get marched back down that field and somehow get the game winning touchdown or set up for a field goal. But man, a lot of credit to the defense, the coverage of the
Yeah,
Jacksonville
this
just
this version of Patrick Mahomes is not the 13 seconds Mahomes we saw in the playoffs a couple years ago.
not even close.
Not even close.
All right.
And
ready
real
to
quick, too, one of the biggest critical errors of this game, Harrison Butker and a lot of kickers have been failing at this, kicking that ball in the landing zone.
Yep,
Instead-
that's what set
Yeah.
up. That's what set up the Jags for their eventual game-winning TD.
And their defense looked horrible on that final drive. And I also will say
Mhm.
this. Holy shit, what a pass from Trevor Lawrence to Thomas, to Brian Thomas.
Oh yeah.
What a pass. Brian Thomas was covered, and he caught it. And it was a hell of a throw by Lawrence to Thomas. In stride
Yeah.
to the KC 25-yard line. And that set him up in rhythm.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Kansas City had that game won, but because of that defensive pass interference call in the end zone, in which that pass got picked off, it gave Jacksonville new life. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. All right. We got some picks to do, gents. And
Yes,
Joey,
we do.
you have enough?
We fucking sucked last week.
Oh, it was a terrible week for us. And
We were
it's-
bound to
we
have
did.
one.
We all sucked last week. But I will say, correct me if I'm wrong, but something happened this past week that I don't think has ever happened in the history of this pick segment.
What's that?
Every single one of us posted 5-9 records last week.
You are absolutely correct, my friend.
Every single one of us, all 5 of us, had 5-9 records last week.
We have never been this bad.
Yeah, but all 5 of us have never had the exact same record either.
We have never done that. Never.
But hey, just the first time for everything, though.
That's right. And
But
also, how fitting. Week 6 last year, that was the first time that 2 of us went perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening this week.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. But
And
Ezra. But yeah,
yes,
Ezra, if you want to do hijacker scores, I got
yes,
Kevin's.
yes, I got hijacker. Real quick, there are two teams on bye this week, and that is that is the Vikings and the Texans. They both are on bye this week, so they won't. So two teams will not play this week.
So yeah, we got 15 games starting off on Thursday with an NFC East matchup.
Yes, we do. It is the Philadelphia Eagles heading to MetLife to take on the Giants. I've got Hijacker's score right here. Hijacker's got it 28-10. It's got the Eagles.
Give me Philly in a close one. Real quick, give me Philly 28-23.
All
What?
right.
Go ahead.
Kevin has the Eagles over the football midgets, 23-18.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh Lord.
Give me, give me the Eagles in this one. 24-21.
Give me the Eagles in this one as well. I'm going to go 23-20.
Okay. Everybody got their picks. All right, let's move on to
Nice.
Sunday.
Starting off with the early game in London once again.
Yes, and it's going to be Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos taking on good old Geno Smith and the Jets. Not Geno Smith. Well, they're both shitty quarterbacks, Justin Fields, so give or
Yeah,
take.
give or take.
Give me Denver in this one. Not even close. Give me Denver in this one, 34-13.
Give me Denver 31-10.
Picking three lower than me. What is this fucking
All right,
price?
let's see. Kevin has the Broncos over the other trash team from Jersey, 24-5.
He gave him a safety.
But yeah, give me the Broncos as well. This is not going to be a close one at all. Broncos outright 31-7.
31-14 for Hijacker, Denver. All right, next one is the first 1 o'clock game. And we have ourselves a little battle between the Rams and the Ravens in Baltimore. Give me the Rams to ram it down like Judas Priest.
I see what you did there.
Yes. Give me the Rams in this one. 28-14.
All right. Kevin has the St. Louis Rams over the Ravens 30-21. With a side note, he said, might as well call them St. Louis because they have no fans in Cali, all Niner fans.
He's not wrong about that.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
he's not.
Yeah, I don't care. They're from St. Louis, Los Angeles, whatever. Give me the Rams. Because all likelihood Jackson ain't playing this week. Give me the Rams 27-17.
Dude,
Uh, give,
Hijacker went against the grain. He's picking Baltimore.
Wow.
24-23.
yeah, sorry, hijacker. I'm not going with you on this one. Give me the Rams because, yeah, Lamar Jackson's probably not going to play this week. With the Ravens having a bye in week 7, it would not surprise
They
me.
need it.
It would not surprise me if they keep out Lamar Jackson up until the bye week. So give me the Rams in this one. I'm going to go 26-14.
Okay.
All right. The next game is to keep my two words and to say it in the voice of one Scott Stapp. What if?
Hmm.
Because Dallas Cowboys are going to Carolina to take on the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna
America's least game of the week.
I'm gonna get things started off with Kevin's score.
This is
Let's
gonna be
see.
good.
He
This is gonna be
got
good.
he's got the Cowboys over the Cardiac Pansies, 31-10.
He's never gonna,
Cardiac pansies.
he's never gonna give them a break.
Oh, oh boy.
But give me the Cowboys in this one as well. I mean the Cowboys, as long as they keep handing Javante Williams the ball, he's going to be doing some great things. And I know one Rico Dowdle has this game in his crosshairs, but I just don't see them doing much of anything against Dallas. I do think it's going to be a little close though. So give me the Cowboys. I'm going to go 26-21.
Yeah, give me give me Dallas in a close one because I don't trust their defense. Give me Dallas to pull one out their ass. Give me Dallas 27-23.
Yeah, give me Dallas in this one 27-24. And then Hijacker has Dallas winning 17-13. All right. Next game. The Birds of the Desert, Arizona, going to the Colts. Going to the Colts. Oh shit. Going to the Colts
Going
to
into Indy.
Indy take on the Colts. Sorry.
Give me Indianapolis in this one. Give me Indy to keep on rolling. Give me Indy 34-17.
Third, listen, 30, 38, 38 to 38-13.
Oh man, not just in this game, but all of Kevin's team names are great. He's got the horseshoes over the circus cards, 24-15.
Oh shit!
Hardy's win. They are the new NXT Tag Team Champions.
Oh, you're kidding! Ha ha!
Which I think now those
Wow!
belts will be on the line at Bound for Glory this weekend. Which, by the
Wow!
way, you can hear the discussion on Nation's Corner, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, youtube.com/Nation's Corner. There you go. Plug for you
But
guys.
yeah,
You'll thank me later, Elder.
but yes, give me the Colts as well in this one. I'm gonna go 27-10.
Let's see. He's got it 30-20. Hijacker does Indianapolis. Moving on to the next one is Seattle heading to TIA Bankfield to take on the Jacksonville Jags.
Man, this is gonna be a hard one.
Give me,
Yeah,
you know
this
what?
actually is.
I'm gonna, you know what? Give me the Jags. I'm gonna roll with them. Give me Jags in this one in a close one, 34-31. Game-winning field goal. So, and then Hijacker has this game. He's got Jacksonville winning as well, 27-16.
All right. Ezra, did you give your score?
He did
Yeah.
34-31 Jags.
Okay. And Steven, you haven't given yours yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see. Kevin has he has the polka dot cats over the sea chickens, 26-24.
Yeah, give me Jacksonville in this one. I think it'll be close. I think that winning streak for Seattle's going to come to an end on the road. Give me Jacksonville to remain hot as well. Give me Jacksonville in a close one, 30-24.
Okay. And then, so that's everybody,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm going with the Jaguars as well, 27-24, game winning field goal.
Okay. There we go. All right, next game is if I'm reading his schedule right, because I think he's going by the NFL schedule. Miami Dolphins are going to play the Chargers at home.
Chargers pissed off. They're going to destroy Miami. Give me the Chargers. Give me LA 27-14.
Give me LA 30 to 17.
All right, Kevin has the San Diego Bolts over the Miami Deadfish, 23-9.
My God.
Dead fish. Dead fish.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well. I'm gonna go Chargers 28, Dolphins 13.
Hijackers got the Chargers over Miami 21-14. All right, next is Cleveland heading to whatever Acrisure Field, whatever name field is, AT&T Field, whatever the fuck it's called now.
I think it is
Heinz
Acrisure.
Field.
It's
Still
gone
gonna be
through.
Heinz.
It's gone
Yeah, it's
through
still
so
gonna be
many.
Heinz Field to me.
It's gone through more name changes than Big Show's had heel and face turns. But yeah. So we're dealing with Cleveland, the Browns taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Give me Pittsburgh in this one. Give me Pittsburgh. You know what? It's a divisional game, like Kevin says. I think it's going to be a close one. Give me Pittsburgh 23-20.
Similar score, 24-20. Playing the Price is Right. 1,001.
All right. Kevin is actually going against the grain on this one.
Wow.
He is picking the Browns over the senior citizen bus stops, 16-12.
The senior citizen bus stops. What a reference to the bus.
I would call the Pittsburgh Coffin Dodgers.
Oh,
Wow.
you know what? I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I'm actually siding with Kevin on this one. I'm picking the
Okay.
Browns. I'm
All
picking the
right.
Browns. I think that now that Dylan Gabriel is now the full-fledged starter on this team, with how they looked against Minnesota's tough defense in London, it would not surprise me to see if Cleveland can actually pull this one out. So I'm
Okay.
going with Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm going with Cleveland on a game-winning field goal, 20-17.
I like it. I like it.
Very Hijacker has Pittsburgh over Cleveland 21-7. All right, everybody picked?
Yep.
All right, we're moving on to the Patriots going to the swamps of Louisiana to take on the Saints.
Yawn.
You know what? Give me New England in this one. Despite losing Gibson and all that, give me them in a tough one. Or give me this one in a fucking snooze fest. Give me this one 17-14. New England.
Give me New England in this one. Give me New England 24-10.
Let's see. Kevin has the Pats over the Piss Ants, 20-13.
Piss ants!
But give me the Pats as well. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 22-14. I'm feeling pretty odd.
Well, you are pretty odd, but
Shut up, Ezra.
Oh shit! The inspiration coming out to the original Iconics theme.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's go! Been too damn
Wow.
long since we heard that damn theme.
Never thought I would hear that theme in a long time.
Man, I love
Oh, I
this
know.
NXT shit. I love it.
Yeah,
Right
I'm
here, New
I'm gonna have
England.
to go back and watch this show tomorrow if possible.
Oh yeah, New England for Hijacker, 28-9 over the Saints. Let's see. Next game, the Titans heading to the city of Sin to take on the Raiders.
Man,
Do we have to pick this game? Doggone it!
You know what? I'll pick it first. I'll pick it first. I'll pick it first. I'll pick it first. Give me the Titans in this one, 14-3.
All right. Kevin has the Titanic over the Oakland Oops, 17-10.
real quick, very cool Mackenzie being there at NXT. That's badass. Her doing the TNA introductions.
Oh wow. But yes, the Titanic over the Oakland Oops.
Oh God, I don't even know who to pick in this game because both of these teams are ass.
As long as the Raiders continue to have Geno Smith being their starting quarterback, I don't think they're going to win any more games this season. So I'm actually going to go with the Titans on the road. I'm
Man,
going
I
with the
don't.
Titans. But I think this is going to come down to a game-winning touchdown and 2-point conversion. Titans over the Raiders, 18-17.
I don't feel good about it. Give me the Raiders because again, it's a pick 'em. I don't feel good about it. Somebody has to win. Get give me the Raiders 20-16.
Okay, going against the grain.
Let's see here. Hijacker has the Titans over the Raiders, 31-20.
Hmm.
All right, moving on. The Niner gang are going to be taking a little trip to Florida to play the Bucks.
Ooh, this one that might actually be pretty tough. But I'm going to start things off with Kevin's score. He's got the 49 IRs over the Bucks, 27-26.
I have a close score kind of similar to his. I'm going to go 27-23. I'm going to go with.
And you go with the Niners?
Yes, I'm rolling with the Niners on this one. And then Hijacker has, let's see, because his stuff is kind of different from the schedule. So I kind of got to hunt for his. He's got Tampa Bay winning
Ho!
21-17 over the Santa Clara 49ers.
Mmm. This is a tough game to call. My God.
Ooh. You know what? I don't feel good about it. I honestly do not feel good about this one. But in this case, I got to side with the home team. I'm going the Bucks. I'm going the Bucks. I'm going to go 27-24 Bucks.
Yeah. San Francisco's banged up. Tampa's looking very solid. Give me the Bucks on their home field. Give me the Bucks. Give me Tampa 30-23.
All right, everybody's giving their score on that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you said the Bucks too, right, Steven?
I did, yes.
Okay. All right, next.
All right.
The Bengals heading to good old Lambeau Field to take on the Packers. Give me the Packers in this one. I hate hate pulling for this. They're not pulling for this team, but I hate voting them to win with a passion. But I gotta do what's fair for the show. I gotta do what's right. I gotta do what I see fit. For me, I'm gonna go with Green Bay in this one. They're just gonna thrash them. 31-20.
Give me Green Bay 34-14, not even close.
Let's see. Kevin has the Fudge Packers over the
Fudge Packer.
Joe Flacco retirement home Beagles 23-10.
Wow. Um, and Hijacker has
And I'm going to go with the Packers as well, 24-10. It's very similar to Kevin's.
Hijacker's got Green Bay 23-16 over Cincinnati.
All right. And with that, Sunday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be a good one. The Tigers, or not Tigers, I keep thinking baseball. The Lions taking on the Chiefs. Arrowhead.
In a rematch of Week 1, 2024, in which the Lions stunned KC in Arrowhead.
You know what? Detroit's going to kick the Chiefs' ass. Give me Detroit to put a 40 piece on the board. 40-14.
Give me Detroit in this one. 35 to. I'm going to go a little bit, not close, but I'm going to go a little bit higher than your end score, Steven. I'm going to go 35-21.
All right. Kevin has the Lions over the Kansas City Sweets, 31-14.
By the time they get done with this game, they're going to wish they were chefs.
And I'm going to go with the Lions as well. This Kansas City Chiefs team just ain't it this season. They ain't it. So I'm going to go with the Lions. I'm going to go 31 to, 31-16.
And Hijacker happens to have, he's got Kansas City. Hijacker's got Kansas City 29-23.
Wow, going against the grain again.
Hijacker is not willing. He is willing to take risks.
Yes, he is.
All right, everybody. Oh wait, yeah.
Yep, everybody scores in. So now we got another 2-course meal on Monday Night Football.
Yes, we do. And we started off with a 7:15 p.m. start. And this one's going to be a decent one here. Buffalo heading to the ATL to take on the Dirty Birds.
All right. Let's see.
This is a tough one because Michael Penix Jr. is playing at a very high level right now. And he's got weapons beyond weapons, including the ultra-dangerous Bijan Robinson. But Buffalo has got fucking Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. So it's going to be up to which team's defense can hold him. It's a tough one.
Give me Buffalo in a close one. Give me Buffalo 30-27.
Let's see. Kevin, let's see. You said the Bills, right, Steven?
Yep.
Kevin has the Bills over the Falcons 30-10.
Not even close. Wow.
Give me Buffalo in this one. 31-27.
I'm gonna go with the Bills as well. I'm actually gonna go with them outright. I'm gonna go 31-14 Bills.
Okay.
And seeing Ezra, you said the Bills too, right?
Yes, and then hijacker as the Bills 31-13. And then the game where Joey and I will be at odds on Monday. And that is the Commanders and the Chicago Bears in Washington. In
And a
Washington.
rematch, yeah, and a rematch from the Week 8 Hail Mary from last year.
Mm.
But Kevin has the Commandos over the Little Bears, 21-13.
The Little Bears.
No respect at all. No, you know what, Rodney Dangerfield? I get no respect. I get no respect around here.
But I'm sorry, Ezra. We got to go with my boys.
Of course,
Um,
I wouldn't have you pick anything else less than that.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I don't think it's gonna come down to a Hail Mary this time. But I'm gonna go with my Commanders. I'm gonna go 27-14.
Give me Washington in this one. I got it pretty close. Give me Washington 31-22.
No, a little odd score there.
I mean, come on, you know what I'm gonna do. Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, we
Chicago
know.
in an extremely close one. You're gonna love my score. 24-23.
Okay.
Oh,
Game
okay.
winning game winning field goal from Cairo Santos.
Okay.
I think that's the way it's gonna work out.
All
But
right.
it's gonna be a battle, nonetheless. And that wraps up the picks, like I said. Oh wait, hijacker. Almost forgot about the man himself. And he has got Chicago. Or no, he's got Washington as well. 23-17. Okay. And that wraps up the picks for week 6. And of course, we will go over these picks once the games are done this weekend. And we will do our picks for week 7.
Yeah, and hopefully this week will be a much better week for all 5 of us.
My God, we were the drizzling shits last week.
Hey, but like I've always like I told myself as I was putting the records and the score sheet together for this week, I knew we were going to have a bad week at some point in the season, but I'm glad to actually get that bad week out of the way now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Early in the season.
Yes. We can get this. Hopefully, this breaks any curses that might be on us from this week. With the way this week has been odd, obviously, 2 less games and a lot of odd scores. Obviously, coming off the super tie from the week before.
And we almost had a super tie again last week in the Rams and Niners, but Stafford
Yeah.
and company didn't get it done.
Nope.
Definitely not.
Technically, we almost had a tie in the Bucs and Seahawks game too.
Yep, we did.
Yep. But man, what a week it's been in the world of sports, and we covered most of it, if not pretty much all the major details. Obviously, NBA preseason's going on right now. NHL regular season is, of course, on. NFL will continue this week with week 7. And also, of course, Major
NBA
League
season
Baseball.
kicks off on the 22nd.
Yes, sir.
And NBC will be having the first 2 games.
Yep, the return. The big return of basketball and inside the NBA.
Yeah, inside the NBA, back for another action-packed, fun-filled season.
And this time, it's going to be on NBC. Or wait, isn't it on TNT?
No, NBC because TNT's contract ran out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. NBC, not TNT.
All right. And we got that to look forward to, of course. And, of course, hockey's going to really pick up steam as we get into the winter months, as we get into the holidays. So will basketball. We're going to have a next couple months, all the way until June with the NBA Finals, February with the NFL. And by the way, we got to send a big congratulations to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was picked as the Super Bowl halftime show. And despite our musical tastes and everything, as far as us, Bad Bunny is one of the most popular artists on the planet. He's sold millions of records, had more streamed music played than anybody else in the year of 2025 and of last year. He has been an insane individual. His dedication to his craft, his dedication to anything he does, that includes his pro wrestling, which we know. This guy is
Yeah,
a person who is driven, and you know what? It's gonna be a great halftime show.
And the fact that he actually paused his tour to move to Florida to train to be a pro wrestler. Like, amazing.
yeah, because unlike Mr. Entertainment super megastar Logan Paul, Bad Bunny can actually wrestle.
Well, and then I can't say that because Logan
Logan
Paul,
Paul is actually a really good wrestler.
he is. He was pretty much
I
born
know.
to do this. He's an
I,
athletic freak.
I know. I know. I was just throwing shade.
As much as a douchebag human as he is, and he is, can't deny the dude's athleticism. He's one of the best athletic people in that fucking locker room. Far none. And you have a lot of flippy dudes and a lot of guys who can fly and all that stuff. But when you're talking pure athleticism, Logan Paul's right up there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But getting back to the sports, man, we got a lot of stuff coming up over the next couple months. Pick segments, of course, and all that stuff in the sports show. And of course, year-end stuff we're gonna do as well for some different stuff going on. But that's pretty much the wrap for the show. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we log off for the night?
Think I'm good to go.
I think I'm good.
All right. With that being said, real quick, before Joey gives us his final thoughts, I'm gonna throw out one of my plugs here, and that is for, of course, Too Sweet Cosplay. And the reason why I want to do things a little bit different, instead of plugging them at the beginning of the show, I want to plug them towards the end of the show, so that way we don't have to repeat ourselves. So, with that being said, please follow my cosplay group out of Chicago at Too Sweet Cosplay. Me, Nico, Wildcard, aka Andy, Stevo, Raquel, and our buddy Don as well. We always ready to rock and roll on cosplays and do everything pro wrestling related and other cosplays as well. We're on a little hiatus. We were looking to do some things on our own, as far as just going to cons and stuff and meeting up. Plan is to meet at Days of the Dead, the week in November just before Thanksgiving, where music legends like Ace Frehley will be in attendance. Chris Fain, former percussionist of the band Slipknot, will be there, and wrestling personality Saraya and the Killer Smoke Show, Killer Cross and Scarlet Bordeaux will be there as well. Get your tickets at daysofthedead.com and join us. We'll be there. So I wanted to plug that real quick. Joey, you know the drill, man. Close yourself out.
All right. Great show with you guys. Hate that I had to do this from my job, but of course, like I said, I didn't want to miss this week's show because I knew it was going to be a great one. Thankfully, we were able to get a lot of stuff done to where I could be on the show without hardly any interruptions. But yeah, great job, guys. It was great being here. I should be back at my house with my laptop next week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to just NFL coming up this weekend. Looking forward to actually having a day off work tomorrow. Woohoo! Let's go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. See you guys next week. Steven, you know what to do, brother.
Yep, great job by you guys. Thanks to Hijacker and to Kevin for sending in their scores for this week's games. And can't wait to be back on with you guys next week as we recap week number 6 in the NFL. We preview week 7, talk about these MLB playoffs happening right now and whatever else we get into. And Should be a lot of fun next week, and you can follow us on Twitter or X at Owen_Sports Show, Facebook.com/The Nation Sports Show, and where we are live on most Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the Central Time Zone, and 4 o'clock on the West. Yes, at YouTube.com/The Nation Sports Show, where we are live at those times during your time zones of the day and night. And I'm looking forward to being back on with you guys next week as we recap week 6 in the NFL. It is hard to believe it is already the first full week of October. And looking forward to this weekend because this Friday it is my birthday. Looking forward to that. Can't wait to celebrate this weekend. Have a good time. Go out to have a birthday dinner and whatever else I get into.
All right, well, happy early birthday, bro.
Same.
Appreciate that. Can't wait to be back on with you guys next week. Hope you all have a great rest of your week and upcoming weekend. Ezra, wrap us up, my friend.
Absolutely, my man. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us as always. We appreciate you guys having us on your living room, your phone, wherever you're at tonight. And of course, follow our individual social medias, which are in the descriptions of this video, as well as on our description in the video itself. Don't forget to follow those for any wrestling or sports content you want to interact with us. Follow, of course, Too Sweet Cosplay, and like I said, follow Nation's Corner as well. And with that being said, let's get out of here and enjoy NXT TNA Showdown. Reminder, if you're going to watch Crown Jewel this weekend, check your time zones. Crown Jewel will be at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central on Peacock, on ESPN and Netflix for international subscribers. So set your clocks accordingly if you're going to watch it live, because it will be early in the morning on Saturday.
And also real quick, since you did share that, Monday Night Raw, also live from Australia, is also going to be next Monday at 8 a.m. So be sure to check your times for that as well.
SmackDown will also be at 8 a.m. Eastern on Friday as well, as they will be from Perth as well. So definitely it's going to be a full weekend of those shows, as well as TNA Bound for Glory this weekend. It's going to be a great action-filled weekend of pro wrestling. So check it out if you get the chance, with all the sports, of course. So, with that being said, for Kevin Rory, for Joey Thornton, for Big Stevie Wine, for Randy Garn, and everybody in the Sports Show Nation, I am Ezra Vickery, and we will see you here next week for another great edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care, everybody. You have a good weekend. You have a good week. Same time, same channel. Peace out, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for watching this week's feature presentation of our Nation Sports Show.